Oh, collecting. Why do we do it? Why do we rush to buy the thing that we open up, pop on our shelves, don't find time to watch, and it sits, gathering dust, still sealed for months, sometimes even years? I'm having a bit of a thing with my collection at the moment. It's a feeling that I can't quite shake. I'm questioning my whole approach to how I've been collecting this stuff. The stuff that I felt the need to have. The stuff that, when received, it just gets put on the shelf or put into storage, and there it sits, unused, and not thought about for months or sometimes years. For example, I felt the need to have a copy of Masters of the Universe in my collection. And it sits here, unused and still sealed. But now, with the Umbrella release, I feel an impulse to have that limited edition imported from Australia to sit on my shelf. But now I question why. If I've got a copy of Masters of the Universe that's still unused and still sealed, why do I suddenly need this new limited edition from Umbrella? It boggles my mind.
You will no longer stand between me and my destiny!
I've actually now started culling some of my movies. And I've been almost rediscovering things that I've picked up in the past. Things that I've just not thought about again. Like the Whoopi Goldberg classic, Fatal Beauty.
One word, and I'm going to clear your sinuses.
Again, it's another that's been sat in my collection for years, and it's still unused. I've not thought about this for a long time, and I rediscovered it when I was sorting through my shelves. Was it worth picking it up?
Fatal Beauty.
Obviously, at some point I wanted these things, and I felt impulsed to buy them. But did I really need these things? And if they don't have a purpose, or I just don't make use of the thing, then why did I bother? Why did I have to pick it up there and then? I suppose one of the things that's kicked me off into thinking this way has been the reorganisation that I've been trying to do. I've been digging through my shelves and it's kind of shocked me the amount of things that I've got here that are still sealed up. And I'm not just talking recent releases, I'm talking about things that have been sat in my collection for years, unused, untouched, and likely just forgotten about. It's almost like how collections become more decoration than serving their true purpose. Or am I just more addicted to spending on these things than the actual owning or using? If these things are still sealed or hidden out of the way, then do we really need these things? Or is it that we're all falling into this trap of the fear of missing out? We're all collectors of something, and we all like to have a nice collection of things that shows our passion and our hobby. Be it physical medium movies, collectible cards, CDs, books, or even video games. But how much of these collections that we all have just sit, unused, gathering dust? And if I'm being brutally honest, I am at a point where I'm almost embarrassed to show my collection to anyone that doesn't have the same kind of mindset. When any friends come to visit, they don't all have the same interests. If they don't share my interest of movies, if I was to show them my collection, I feel like a crazy person that's just hoarding far too much just for the sake of it. And the really sad thing, if I was to go through my collection with anyone else that isn't a collector, I bet there's a good 50% of the collection that I just can't justify owning. And that's just because I just don't have a really good connection to a good chunk of these movies. I mean, is because it's a limited edition really a strong enough reason for me to own something? It's rare. It's limited. It's not available in this region. Are they good enough reasons for us to own movies that we have no connection to?
And for the record, the movies that I've just shown, I love them all.
Now there's also a good chunk of these movies that are still sealed up that I do want to watch. And there was a good reason to buy them. But with having young kids and several jobs and other interests too, they just isn't always time to watch them. But do I still need to pick them up to store them? Or could they have just waited until I knew I had the time? Again, fear of missing out. All of these things that still sit here sealed, all of the things that just get stored away, I need to clear them out. And I have been. It's a bit of a process because my collector and hoarder brain, it tries to find a way to justify any reason it can for keeping hold of them. What if it sells out? It makes up a collection. It's got that actor I really like, but it's rare and out of print. What if it's not streaming? What if I actually decide to watch it? But then the sheer volume of the things that I own and the impulse to keep adding to the collection and getting those limited edition box sets or the rare releases, it's been quite a source of stress. And way in the past, it's been the source of financial difficulties. I remember one of my credit cards declining for a DVD release of Blade 2 from Play.com.
Ooh, so exciting.
And that was because I'd maxed it out. Really, it's just crazy how these things can overwhelm us and cause so many issues. Don't worry, I've now got Blade 2 along with the original Blade and Blade Trinity in this nice little thin box, which is still sealed. As I've been limiting my purchases and making better decisions around if I really need certain editions or items, and also clearing out some of the collection, it's given me a sense of clarity. I feel like my mind is clearer as I take a step back from the chase of owning. Consumerism is built into us all. The advertising and the retail companies know exactly how to tap into it. I'm just wanting to take a step back, not to be sucked into it all, to be more considered as to my reasons for owning a specific item. I'm not sure I need these things to be able to be showy across social media and other platforms. I want to get back to collecting for me and not for the likes on social media from faceless others, for that newest pickup or the limited edition release that I've just got and shared photos of. I want to have the likes and the conversation from others because of our love for the topic, in my case film, and not the fact that I just have a rare title or a limited edition release. I don't need to complete collections. I don't need to upgrade everything because of an upgraded picture quality or a nice hard box. I'm here for the love of film, not for the love of accumulating everything. And if you're still here at the end of the video, it really would mean a lot to me if you would hit that subscribe button and click a like as well. If you like discussing physical media and our collecting habits, I'm going to leave a playlist right here. Catch you next time.